have gone to stalker level lengths trying to find out everything I can about the Miss Universe Nigeria contestants this year in order to compile my final prediction, my final top 10, and here we are. Guys, I've been watching the speaking videos that the Miss Universe Nigeria organization have uploaded. I've been looking at pictures. I've been trying to sort of find a good balance between what I can tell about their confidence, what I can tell about their speaking skills, their looks obviously, as well as other life accomplishments. Unfortunately, the Miss Universe Nigeria organization doesn't seem to be placing enough emphasis on these women's life stories and also their advocacies. Despite there being some talk about advocacy, you never really get to see an in-depth perspective on what these women are actually doing when it comes to advocacy, which is a bit disappointing. In fact, we don't even know these women's ages. There's nothing to suggest anything about their educational background, which I think is very valuable. You know, their occupations and things like that. Don't need to go into much detail, but you know, at least a little bit of a hint as to what these women are doing outside of being a competitor at Miss Universe Nigeria would be nice, because I do think that interests which combines with your advocacy, which combines with occupation and educational background, all of that is very valuable when you are trying to complete a full picture of who these women are. And of course, I also took into account any relevant pageantry background which I know some of these women might have. Obviously, I have been keeping a close eye on Miss Universe Nigeria due to former Miss South Africa top 10 finalist Chidimma Adetshina competing. And on that topic, I've been thinking, I was having this thought earlier today as I went on a walk. I think it would be so amazing if someone from the Miss South Africa organization, perhaps Mia herself, Mia and Werner maybe, rocked up to the Miss Universe Nigeria pageant in a show of support for Chidimma. I think that that would be nice. Obviously, Chidimma and her family are going through a lot when it comes to all of the legal things going on, which I've covered extensively on my channel, so I'm not going to get into any of that. I do think it would be such a nice show of unity if the Miss South Africa organization were to show their support, perhaps by allowing Mia to be there in person or something like that, or just wishing her well the day before the pageant. We'll see what's going to happen, but I think it would be nice for the Miss South Africa organization to do something like that, just to show some support for Chidimma in her endeavors. You know what I mean? I think it would show good sportsmanship on Miss South Africa's side, especially because the crowned Miss South Africa, Mia Leroux, has been so vocal in defending Chidimma in the media, you know, which is very brave, because obviously being in defense of Chidimma is not a very popular thing to be doing right now. So I do think that it would be nice if the Miss South Africa organization were to do something to show support for Chidimma. And like I said, perhaps even if Mia were to be present at Miss Universe Nigeria, that would be nice. That's actually something that I've been saying a lot. I think it would be good if more African countries can be in support of each other's national pageants. Like, for example, I know that our Miss Namibia from last year, who ended up making the top 20 at Miss Universe, she actually went to South Africa, to Miss South Africa. And I think that that's nice. It's a nice show of unity, which is definitely something that we need right now. So I think it would be so great if Mia could be at Miss Universe Nigeria, but we'll have to see. Starting at number 10, I have Chioma representing Plateau. Now, she's a baker, and I really just think that she's super cute. We'll have to see. She has adequate speaking skills, so I do think that out of everyone, she does deserve a place in the top 10. At number 9, I have Peace Ayegbedun, who is representing Ondo, and she was actually in the top 15 at MBGN 2022. Now, I have a whole video on the history of Nigeria at Miss Universe, so if you want to know more about MBGN, then feel free to go and watch that. At number 8, I have Lucille Oputa, who is representing Abuja, and oh my goodness, she to me is just very pretty. She seems confident. She seems to have that sort of Miss Universe vibe about her. At number 7, I have Gwyneth Igbokwe, who is representing Imo, and she speaks well. She is a financial technology professional, and she does advocate against domestic violence. I do really like Gwyneth. I think that she has a lot of potential. At number 6, I have Sophia Chika Nelson, who is representing Kaduna. She just has great Miss Universe energy. Like, I just look at her and I can picture her on the Miss Universe stage 100%. At number 5, guys, I have Esther Gabriel, who is representing Ekiti. And Esther was actually the first runner-up at Miss Globe 2021. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Miss Globe, really. I tend to stick to the major 5 or 6 international pageants when covering international pageantry. But the fact that she was first runner-up at an international competition, nonetheless, still shows me that she has a lot of potential. I also did enjoy her speaking somewhat, so we'll have to see where it goes for Esther Gabriel, but she's definitely one of the top contenders in my opinion. At number 4, we have Paula Ezendu, who is representing Anambra, and she was in the top 5 at Miss Universe Nigeria 2023. She's absolutely stunning. She has a lot of potential, and she was in the top 5 last year, so I see no reason why she shouldn't be in the top 5 this year as well. At number 3, I have Edefu Brittany Akwele, and she's representing Edo, and she speaks really, really well. When I listened to her speaking the first time, I was very, very impressed with what she had to say and how she said it and all of that. And I think she definitely has what it takes to do extremely well at Miss Universe Nigeria. At number 2, guys, I have the girl of the moment, Miss Chidimma Adetshina, who is representing Taraba. And you guys know, obviously, she was in the top 10 at Miss South Africa 2024, but she unfortunately had to withdraw. I have plenty of videos on that whole saga, so feel free to go watch those. Chidimma, in my opinion, she's a beautiful speaker. She's a great contender, and so I do see a high placement for her at Miss Universe Nigeria. And at number 1, guys, I have Nekachi Douglas, who is representing Rivers. Now, obviously, you guys know, if you know pageant history, she was in the top 5 at Miss World 2019. She was also Miss World Top Model 2019. And she was the crowned MBGN 2019. She's a certified girls girl. She's very advocacy focused, and I am just obsessed with her. She seems to have a great personality. So yes, those are my predictions for Miss Universe Nigeria 2024. I am so excited to see what's going to be happening, what's going to be happening with Chidimma. I know a lot of people are very optimistic for Chidimma to win, but then again, there are actually some great contestants at Miss Universe Nigeria this year. Contrary to popular belief, I know a lot of people are very, very, frantically in support of their favorites. I really don't have a big fave. Obviously, I love Nekachi, but I do see the potential in her because of what she has proven herself to be, not necessarily what I hope her to be, if that makes any sense. But honestly, I think my whole top 5 to 7 could win, and I would be sort of happy with that. Obviously, I don't have a lot of skin in the game. This is Miss Universe Nigeria. I've never been to Nigeria. I have a lot of skin in the game when it comes to my home country Namibia and my birth country South Africa. For those, I go feral, but for Miss Universe Nigeria, I'm a casual supporter, if you know what I mean. So I'll be happy with whoever is crowned as long as they're worthy and in my top 10. So yes, let me know what you guys think. I'd love to know. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.